The biggest lesson I've learned in my career, she says, is that famous writers are people who are too stupid to know when to stop writing. This 2025 Arts Legacy Hall of Fame inductee is internationally famous and has never stopped writing. But Connie Willis isn't stupid. She's prolific. Born in Denver, Connie Trimmer Willis was and is a voracious reader. She became an aide in her Inglewood High School library, and having read Robert Heinlein's book, Have Spacesuit Will Travel, Connie became hooked on science fiction. But the school had limited sci-fi works, so she searched local public libraries. I've always loved libraries, the writer says, and I do some of my best writing there. Libraries are my life. Connie's high school English teacher, Miss Juanita Jones, recognized that her pupil had talent. I know someday, Mrs. Jones told her, that you'll be a great writer. Mrs. Jones invited Connie to a book talk one Saturday to listen to iconic children's author Lenora Mattingly Weber, who wrote the popular Beanie Malone series, published from 1948 until 1962. Weber's enthusiasm for the craft touched young Miss Trimmer deeply, and she began to write more and more. I never thought I'd make a living as a writer, she says, but that she has. Her credits include 17 novels, 1 nonfiction book, 9 published essays, 7 novellas, 9 short story collections, and over 25 short fiction works. Her stories have been published in over 40 anthologies. Connie's newest novel is about half written, she says. It'll be at least 3 or 4 more years before it gets published. After high school, Connie came to Greeley and Colorado State College, now the University of Northern Colorado, where she met her future husband, Connie Willis. Connie loved science, especially physics, and the match was made. Connie earned her Bachelor of Arts degree, and Connie went on to become a physics professor at the school for many years. The couple were married in 1967, and Connie prepared for her career as a teacher. But real life, much like science fiction, often takes unexpected turns, and when Cordelia was born in 1969, Connie became a stay-at-home mother. Although constantly busy raising her daughter, Mrs. Willis learned to grab minutes here and there to write. Cordelia napped, Mom wrote, and wrote, and wrote, and wrote. Her first published piece was The Secret of Santa Titicaca in 1970. From there, she went on to write stories about everything, from dinosaurs to St. Paul's Cathedral, from aliens who look just like your disapproving Aunt Judith, to recreational vehicles and Emily Dickinson and the Radio City Music Hall Rockettes. I'm the only sci-fi author to have ever written a story about a Tupperware party, she says. Short fictional pieces came thundering out of the typewriter after that. Among the best known are Daisy in the Sun, Dilemma, Close Encounter, and The Soul Selects Her Own Society. Her first novel was Water Witch in 1982, co-authored with Cynthia Felice. The most prestigious awards in sci-fi literature are the Locus, the Hugo, and the Nebula. The Locus is given by the sci-fi magazine of the same name. The Hugo resembles the People's Choice Awards, and the Nebulas are determined by peers, just like the Oscars. The first awards Connie won were 2 Nebulas in 1985 for A Letter from the Clearys and Firewatch. Doomsday Book was her first novel to win. In 1997, it took the Triple Crown of sci-fi, winning the Hugo, the Locus, and the Nebula. Overall, Connie has been nominated for 47 Locus Awards, 30 Hugos, and 20 Nebulas. She has won 8 Locus, 11 Hugos, and 7 Nebulas. These numbers top the all-time lists. But Connie Willis doesn't write to win awards. She writes to get her readers thinking about the consequences of simple actions by ordinary people. A single person can change history, she says. Every action can have unintended consequences. She cites Alfred Nobel's creation of dynamite as a prime example. I want my readers to trust that what I write is true. I just play in the spaces. And I am not my characters, she says. I just write about them. As the MC of a sci-fi convention in New York in 2023, Connie sparkled. In a Wall Street Journal article, Gary K. Wolfe, reviewer for Locus, wrote, "Having Connie Willis as your MC, is like getting Billy Crystal back as the host of the Oscars. Woolf dubbed her a national treasure. When she got back to Greeley, a handwritten note was posted on her front door. Courtney, Jenny the cat, and Bunter the English bulldog welcomed Connie home. Connie once said, "Everything anyone needs to know about the world can be learned by singing in a church choir." Those who are fortunate enough to know her, and adventurous enough to have read her writings, might say, everything anyone needs to know can be learned by reading the works of Connie Willis. A national treasure indeed, one whose actions have shaped the history of the arts in Greeley.